Here we stand, just days after a riotous mob thought they could use violence to silence the will of the people. To stop the work of our democracy, to drive us from this sacred ground. It did not happen. It will never happen. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. My mother's creed is the American creed: no one is better than you. You're everyone's equal, and everyone is equal to you. Folks, we just have to remember who we are. My lord, this is the United States of America, and it's time for America to get back up. And once again, fight for the proposition that we hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men and women are created equal, and that by the Creator with certain inalienable rights. We say it so often in school, we don't realize how profound it is. We've never lived up to those words, but up to this president, we've never walked away from it. If you do politics the right way, I believe, you can actually make people's lives better. And integrity is the minimum ante to get into the game. History, faith, and reason show the way of unity. We can see each other, not as adversaries, but as neighbors. We can treat each other with dignity and respect. We can join forces, stop the shouting, and lower the temperature. For without unity, there is no peace, only bitterness and fury. Folks, winning means uniting America, not sowing seeds of division and anger and hate. We got to beat Donald Trump, and we will, but we can't become like him. We must rekindle the fire of idealism in our society, for nothing suffocates the promise of America more than unbounded cynicism and indifference. The fabric of our complex society is woven too tightly to permit any part of it to be damaged without damaging the whole. Donald Trump is not to blame for the coronavirus, but he does bear responsibility for our response. And I, along with every American, hope he steps up and starts to get this right. The coronavirus is not Donald Trump's fault, but he does bear responsibility for our response and taking his duty seriously. It's about doing the job as a president. His failures and his delays continue. We continue to see it. And it's caused a real pain for so many Americans. There are periods in our country's history when Americans re-examine the essence of our social contract. They have occurred half a dozen times. These periods invariably include debate over the meaning of our civil Bible, the Constitution, because we have relied so much on that document to articulate how we see ourselves as a people and how we see ourselves as a nation. No matter how well-intended our country is, we cannot expect other nations to trust us as much as we trust ourselves. My dad always said, "Champ, the measure of a man is not how often he is knocked down, but how quickly he gets up." If you need more than 10 rounds to hunt, and some argue they hunt with that many rounds, you shouldn't be hunting. If you can't get the deer in 3 shots, you shouldn't be hunting. You are an embarrassment. You want to know whether we're better off? I've got a little bumper sticker for you. Osama bin Laden is dead and General Motors is alive. Osama bin Laden is dead and General Motors is alive. Osama bin Laden is dead and General Motors is alive. Barack Obama is probably the most exciting candidate that either the Democratic or Republican Party has produced, at least since I've been around. He's fresh, he's new, he's insightful. For any young democracy, the most difficult but important step is burying the legacy of tyranny and establishing an economy and a government and institutions that abide by the rule of law. Every country faces challenges to the rule of law, including my own. For too long in this society, we have celebrated unrestrained individualism over common community. Given a fair shot, given a fair chance, Americans have never, ever, ever, ever let their country down. Never. Never. Ordinary people like us, who do extraordinary things. Hillary Clinton is as qualified or more qualified than I am to be Vice President of the United States of America. Let's get that straight. She's a truly close personal friend. She is qualified to be President of the United States of America. She's easily qualified to be Vice President of the United States of America. A gaffe in Washington is someone telling the truth, and telling the truth has never hurt me. Well, I was 29 years old when I came to the United States Senate, and I have learned a lot. I was kind of secretly hoping one of my kids would go out and make $1 million. So when they put me in a home, at least I'll have a window with a view. I was kind of secretly hoping one of my kids would go out and make $1 million. So when they put me in a home, at least I'll have a window with a view. My dad used to have an expression: it is the lucky person who gets up in the morning, puts both feet on the floor, knows what they are about to do, and thinks it still matters. The White House isn't the place to learn how to deal with international crisis, the balance of power, war and peace, and the economic future of the next generation. Romania can be a linchpin in delivering gas to its neighbors and even become an energy exporter for its neighbors across Central and Eastern